we call it Thunderdome. So if you've ever seen Mad Max Thunderdome, where they had that big cage where the guys were actually fighting in, it was built and made by a French game show. I think it had to be either in the late 90s or mid 90s, because they had to do a lot of construction, especially there's this big metal ring that they had to put down first and then attach this cage so it's like a half dome. This particular game show was called Pago Pago. I think you can look it up on YouTube, and they have some of the things that they had to do. The guys had to free dive from the surface down through a centerpiece on the top of this particular Thunderdome. From there, when they free dive, right in the center, if you actually, when you went in, and you may have swum under that overhang where the cage was actually over, if you look to your right when you were swimming through, you'd see the big cement circle. And on the left you see the tube bit that was just lying on the floor. That was a false tube sponge which they had in the middle. They used to have palm fronds tied around it, and they'd have some sort of pump that would pump out these pearls that literally looked like real pearls. The aim of the game was the more pearls you collected, the more points that you could get. I know there's a bit on YouTube about something to do with free diving on there, and you see two contestants, a girl and a guy, and they would free dive down there, start to collect the pearls. When they started running out of air, there used to be 5 scantily clad mermaids, French mermaids, that used to swim around the outside, and there were certain parts of the Thunderdome that you could go to, like Portal, where you would actually hand over pearls and then they would give you some air, and then you could go back and start collecting pearls. But what they didn't know was that some of the guys, I believe, the rumor is that one of the mermaids was a bad mermaid. You could give her pearls, but she would give you no air. So when they had to come back and they had no air, and they may have been breathing compressed air, I don't know if some of them had forgotten to breathe out to get back through, to get back to the surface, and expanded, and then they had some problems, I think maybe with some of the contestants. Yeah. Therefore, that's why it didn't make it past the pilot sort of stage, and that's why we actually have a recompression chamber on the island, because the game show actually built one. So that's why we have one on the island. One of the liveaboards, mainly the aggressor, go there quite a bit, because that's one of their first legs that they go to when they're actually taking their divers out. And the aggressor go there and they do a lot of the night dives. Oh, yeah. On that particular dive site, and they say it's really nice to do at night, because you do get a lot of the fish that come in. Sometimes you get 1 or 2 turtles that like to go under that particular cage because it's a little bit more secure and out of the way, and they say it's a really nice dive to do at night, because you don't have to go that far and everything's going to come out a lot more.